of history. Just a glance. By creating an illusion. That's what I think I'm doing right now. And it kind of sucks because I don't feel like very proud of myself for doing it. But after today, or after yesterday, and the day before, and just the repeated onslaught against me, I've had it. So I'll tell you exactly what I did recently. By just launching GIFs into the chat, I destroyed about $1.3 million in market cap on a coin. I didn't do a single trade. All I did was fuck with people's emotions. Imagine that. It's all it took. Let's see the chart. So we were up at way up here. Up here. Okay. Now we're down to here. And all I did was throw GIFs into the freaking chat. I said, I made an account. I made an account rugging everyone. Somebody's like, it's a scam, get out. I'm an asshole at this point, dude. I'm fucking sick of these people. Dude, it's been months. It's been 6 months. I had one of my tokens posted on Pump Fund. Nobody wanted to buy into it. I'm like, you know what I mean? So I've lost my sympathy for these people who get rugged because I've been rugged so many times. Like yesterday, I got rugged on 85 cents. The second that I bought in, they saw my wallet and they dumped out. I'm like, how desperate are you? How much did that chart get pumped by 85 cents? So it was just insane. You know, what they're doing is they're thinking, oh, it's a Jito bundler. No, it's not. It's me. You know, and I'm a broke person. So I just went into the chats and I'm like, I'm doing shit like this. Look, ready? Hugging everyone. And I'm just throwing silly ass things into the chat, making it look like I'm, you know, some kind of great control factor at all of this. And it's fucked with people's heads so hard. Now, after doing all of this stuff, and, you know, the fact that Jito bundlers, that's the real problem on Pump Fund, is that people are using Jito bundling, which is a program that you need a computer for. Pump Fund executives are saying, or the CEOs, they say that they want Pump Fund to be a mobile access app and experience. Really? So why is the entire market controlled by Jito bundlers and people with computers? That doesn't make any sense, does it? It's a bunch of falsehoods. It's a bunch of fake BS. So if the whole space is going to be fake, I'm going to play along with it. I'm going to play that card. I'll act like, you know, I'm part of it or something. I'll act like, oh, I'm rugging everyone. There's another reason why I started doing this, by the way. So when I was talking about this stuff in the chat in one of these coins, I was basically just exposing this is what happens and stuff, and then I got banned. I got banned for spamming. So these people pushing rug pulls, hey, come over to this token, go over this token. Oh, this token's going up into the moon, and it's a rug. They're not getting banned, but I'm getting banned for having a discussion about crypto and seeing an issue that maybe we all need to build together and overcome together. So I get banned, but these rug pullers don't get banned. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fuck with people's heads. So if you're on Pump Fun and you're on the Phantom app, you're gonna see my account here rugging everyone. And I'm a broke person. I can't rug anyone. I don't have any money. So it's all just smoke and mirrors at that point, right? I'm just being a joker. And I haven't I haven't added any text to anything that I'm saying. I'm not adding any context through that text in what I'm saying. But it's just silly things like this. Just gifts. And these people are angry as hell, dude. Yeah, somebody else said that other token's a scam. Just because I made a GIF with a bear eating apples at specific times. I learned it from the actual trolls that are fucking with the prices. Like there's trolls that come into the chat and they're doing that. But they're doing it as a group. So you have multiple people come in putting out these gifts. Oh, scam alert, and oh, this is, this coin's doing bad. This is going to fail. And they're not getting banned. So I'm like, well, if I'm getting banned for calling out the problem, the fact that Pump Fun is supposed to be a phone app, right? It's supposed to be a phone investment app. If you use your phone, then that's the best way to use Pump Fun. But there's Jito bundlers on a computer controlling the entire market. I tried to get a Jito bundler on my phone. No, you need a computer. You cannot. I downloaded the APK for one. You need a computer. You can't do these crazy trades that they're doing without the computer. So here's the thing, is that I saw one of these coins up to almost 1.5 million market cap. And I was like, I was just watching them say, oh, we're going to go to the moon. We're going to go to the moon. And it's just the same thing for the past month straight, over and over again. We're going to go to the moon. And then it fucking dips. It goes down to 1.2 million. I know, right? I am pretty much the computer at this point. It goes down to 1.2 million. And I'm like, I want to tell these guys how it works. You're supposed to trade aggressively. You cannot hold. If you're in the crypto space, you're on Pump Fun, you are not supposed to hold. Ever. Do not hold. Pull your profits every single time. These people want you to hold so they can do their trades properly. They want to rip your liquidity out of it. They are so scummy. These people are so fucking scummy. They're like, oh, hold on to it as they're selling on the back end on a computer. So here I am. I'm like, I'm going to capitalize on this just to fuck with the price. So I was like, putting the bear, emojis or like this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh no. And it's literally just a name, rugging everyone. Like that's what they read. They read rugging everyone and then a silly meme. And they're like, oh. And they get all emotional and they sell. And so my plan at that point, now that I have to be a stinker, my plan at that point worked. So they go all sell. And the low end, I'm just like, putting like the up, guys, up. I'm acting like I'm doing trades and I'm not. And these people are falling for 200 stable up and down. And then I come in the chat and the fucking thing starts going bearish. And it went bearish. Now we're sitting on this coin. It was at 1.5 million. Now it's down to 50,000. I have single-fingeredly tore apart 1.45 million market cap off of this coin. That's how easy it is to fuck with people's heads. Now imagine if I had a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. If I had the tools, I'd be rich right now. Bros, help me out here. Fund my operation. I'll get everybody rich. I'll be able to pay you 3 times back. I'm really good at this stuff. but I'm really good at everything that I do. And that's the thing, is that if I had the tools, I could get a lot done. I just suck at I just suck at obtaining the tools to begin with. If I'm handed the tools, here's the tool, please get this job done. Boom, it gets done. It's got to be an actual tool that operates. Like, look what I did with a rundown vehicle. My vehicle was run down. It's a 2000, it was a 2003 broken down vehicle. I turned that into $4,000 in a month. Probably 4 times as much as the vehicle is actually worth. That's what I do. I turn shit into gold. I'm an alchemist. Go look at the fucking rug pull that I took a video of. Go check out my videos. Go look at the rug pull. You see what these people are doing. This is what you're throwing your money at. If you're on Pump Fund, that shit's what you're throwing your money at. You're throwing your money at somebody who pulls out $4,000, $4,000 on a token in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's what you're throwing $1,000 at, and you're losing 90% of it. But people don't want to buy $1 of my coin. I don't have any more sympathy for people getting rug pulled. You kind of asked for it. That's what you've been promoting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. And I'm going to keep trolling these chats. So here we go. We got another one. Some kind of German name. And it's got a 1.6 million market cap. And I'm going to make a silly GIF emoji. I wanted to show you guys as I was doing it, but I was like, I want to get really good at this first. So let's see. Devious face. Literally, I'm just going to put a devious face into the chat. I'm going to see if it works. We got like 70 people watching the coin. Bro, I'm gonna put a Shrek face. Here we go. Let's see if I can fuck this up. We got 7 people in the chat. 1.666 million. If I can actually rip apart a $1.6 million market cap on this coin just with memes. It's going to take a few. Oh, it's already lost 600,000. Somebody, not 600, 60,000. So it's already like dumped down about 1% or whatever. I think it's 1%. Oh, it's 159, 1.59. It's coming down. This is too much, dude. Like, if you guys have a coin that you want bared down, I can make it happen. Let's see. But I've lost my sympathy for people that are getting rug pulled that have a shit ton of money, because it's like, I spent 52 hours on my token with a real project. The freaking site's already launched. And nobody wanted to invest. Nobody wanted to even look at it. I got 9 people in the Telegram channel. None of them wanted to buy into the token. They're just sitting there like creeps, like, where's my handout? But many of them have thousands of dollars. One guy even told me he makes 6 figures a year. He's making 6 figures a year. He didn't have the time to put $1 towards my token. I have lost full sympathy. All right, let's see. Now I'm putting the bear emoji. Yum, 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 yum. Acting like I'm a bear. And now there's 2 people that have the token that are in the chat. There's 10 total people in the chat. See how long it takes to run this fucking thing just with GIFs. Like, I'm totally broke now. After people like pulling out on, after they see $1 buy from a wallet that they don't recognize. It's insane. Like I throw $1 at a coin thinking, maybe I'll pull out 50 cents. Maybe I'll get a 50-cent profit and I'll slowly work up and then I'll be able to actually support a coin that I actually believe in. But everybody wants to play fucking hardball. Everybody wants to screw each other over. It's insane. So now my goal has become no more investing, no more playing this game. The game is destroy the token price, 1.58 million. I've already shaved off $70,000 of market cap on this coin just with gifts. Like they're probably thinking that I'm some heavy hitter that's on a different account, and they're like, oh no, that's going down. So now I'm going to react to those gifts, and I'm going to act like I'm somebody else, like paying attention. So this is how you fuck with the attention market. I know how to run the attention market. I've been being nice. I've been playing nice. I want it to be nice. You can't play nice in this situation. Yeah, if you have swollen lymph nodes, you got to get that checked out. Basically, the big thing that they told me to watch out for was blemishes. So if you have blemishes around those lymph nodes, and if it's right on the lymph node, you got to get that checked. And that's the best time to get it checked. But you need like $70 to be able to get it checked out. What they need to do is they need to grab a culture. It might be like a tumor or something. It's a temporary tumor, basically. And it's temporary only if, you're lucky. Your lymph nodes calm down. I needed steroids. So they go to a hospital and ask for steroids to get rid of that because you need to pump your immune system up. So that's what I ended up having to get. I needed to get steroids to prednisone to be able to calm those lymph nodes down. I don't know about the legs. Ooh, we might have some. It's still bearish as hell. It's like it's still at 1.63 million. I found it at 1.68. No, I'm not Muslim. I'm Christian. So now I just sit here and wait for a little bit. Now I'm going to act like I'm pumping the price and be like, pump up. Up, up, up. Oh, put an anime girl in it. Okay. Eat it up. Sometimes it doesn't work because but after a while of doing it at the right times, you can totally rip down the price of a token. But it's literally just through gifts that I've been able to do this. I've got 11 people in the chat. One of those people is me. Oh, it did. Yeah, it dropped again. Let's see. I'm not doing it so well because I'm like on the stream. Like my brain's not in the right spot, and I can't find this one that was working out the best. It's like just a simple glance with the name rugging everyone is enough to make people think that I'm like sitting here on an extra computer fucking with the price. But I'm a broke dude. They have no idea. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because they banned my account after just trying to have a regular discussion. Oh, this is a good one. Here we go. This one's just so stupid. Just make a little arch. Like I've been putting all right, so a mountain emoji. So it shows like the it looks like a mountain, but the chart it yeah, this is the right way. So it comes out from the side and it goes down and up. There's the mountain top, and then it comes down. And it's just it looks like a bad chart. So I've even put that in there and it's worked. But acting nonchalant in these chats and just like literally just having that name is enough. An Amber Alert. I was able to pull out, basically destroy 1.45 million in a token. Right now, it seems like it's just too bullish. And we got somebody typing in the chat. See what they have to say. It works better at night because people aren't in their right mind. Like people are super emotional at night. But I was able to destroy 3 freaking tokens. And then on their recovery, what I've been doing is like acting like I'm like supporting them. Hi. Hi, Storm Chasers. Are you that channel that launches drones into the middle of tornadoes? Now the problem is this is a German coin, so they may not even know what my name says. So it may not be so effective in this. But at some point it's gonna work because like I'll put an angry face emoji. Act like somebody else knows what I said. Fuck with their heads a little bit. So I'll fuck with their heads, you know. Welcome. Yeah, I saw somebody like trying to save the token price on one of these tokens. Like, oh, we got to make sure that this token stays above like, $30,000. So the guy threw down $3,000 just in solidarity, just to keep the token price up, right? And I'm just like, that $3,000 that somebody put in there just to keep the token price up could have saved me like my life. It could have completely changed my life. But instead of actually helping people, what they do is they continue to pump up their own community and they actually pay each other on their own losses. So that's what I found out is that these little nasty groups are actually not just cabal, but they're tightly knit gangs. So it doesn't matter if, many of them lose on the trade because they're all paying each other for their losses. So they're all in a group. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. Like we could build a community together, but nobody wanted it to join. Everybody was just like, "Oh, well, that's ridiculous," And yeah, I don't think I'm quite effective because it's a German coin. But that's what they're doing in these chats. That's what they're doing in these coins, by the way. So they're not like pump it, pump it, pump it, and actually risking money. The whole group is risking money. But they're not actually risking money because if one of them loses, they end up getting paid back for those losses through their group, through their gang. Like that's what you guys have to realize about this whole crypto space is that they have gangs. These gangs serve the gang. So they're not actually taking any risks. What they're trying to do is they're trying to pull in other people's volume and rip it out of their hands. Yeah, I can't invest in silver. In order to invest in silver, you need $200 to buy one share. I've tried it. I wanted to buy micro shares of silver. I would have already done that. But you can't. You're not allowed to invest in those kinds of things unless you're already rich. That goes with anything that's actually valuable, that's actually worth something. You need to be rich in order to stay rich. That's the only way you can survive in this world. When you're looking around and you're like, oh, that person's not doing too well, they just made bad decisions. No, no, no. They weren't allowed to make that decision. I can't go to a pawn shop. Dude, I don't even have $10 to get a pack of cigarettes right now. How am I going to invest in silver? I have to play these stupid ass meme coins in order to actually make any money. That's my only chance out of the situation. No, it's literally the situation. And just before this person, like, annoying, put you in timeout for about 10 minutes. And I put this on subscribers only because I don't need the trolls. I'm the troll today. So yeah, you can't invest in anything that's actually valuable unless you have a lot of money first. What the hell, dude? Why is this not showing my freaking chat? Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta restart the app. Alright, cool. Yeah, go on Coinbase and try to buy there. Try to buy like any sort of prediction market or any sort of. You can't even buy a prediction market without like $20 or $100. I think I don't know. But you need to risk in order to. You cannot invest a small amount. But now, so imagine on Pump Fund, they try to act like, oh, we just want it to be available on the phone. That's our big mission is to make investing available on the phone and make creators able to make money by posting themselves, right? But when it's Jito bundling that's making all of the money and in order to use the Jito bundler, you need a computer. That's no longer a phone investment app. That's no longer about the phone. It has everything to do with the best tools in the business. You need to have a computer to trade effectively. And you need to be having the best tools, and you need to have the best setup, like the best system of events in order to trade. You got to know how to trade. What these people are doing is they're telling you to hold the coin while they, on the back end, on that computer, they're selling it off. The reason why they need you to hold is so they can rip the liquidity out of what you put in. If you don't hold, then they can't rip that liquidity out. There's just a bunch of scumbags on here. It sucks. Let's see where Jimothy is at. It was at 27. Where is it? Now it's at 7.5 million. So if you bought that thing at the top, you have lost about 75% of your value. It's just one huge scam. One long rug. Stop trying to eat stuff, kitty. Stop it. Stop. Before I start throwing harmless things at you and you'll understand. Throw like a piece of cardboard at him. Stop it. You got 3 minutes before I have to feed you. Before I want to feed him, of course. I want him to eat. But he's going to stop eating my cords. Yeah, the entire market is one big rug. That's all it is. And if you're not in the group and you end up losing, you do not get to recuperate those losses whatsoever. But if you're in the group, you still don't usually get to recuperate your losses. If you have spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and pumped and rugged 1 billion of these coins and you're already rich, then they'll give you money. So when you see these people, they're like, yeah, buddy, I got your back. That's all they're doing is they're helping each other stay on top. Because they're all the same group. Oh, it's coming on into this. These are just a bunch of 20-year-olds and foreigners. You got a bunch of foreigners in it. You got a lot of Indian dudes in it. You got a lot of like people in Malaysia and all these third world countries, basically, all trading cryptocurrency and making 10 cents can buy them a meal in their country. So that's what's really going on. You've got the entire world sucking America dry through the crypto market, and at the exact same time, you got the people that are in the United States that are winning, all just scamming and rugging everyone. Go look at my latest video. Does that dude look like he's from Israel? You know, go look at my last video. No, he's not. He's definitely not. He actually kind of looks like me. That's what's sad about it. He looks like he's Scandinavian. And he's going out and just rugging people. All right, I'm going to bring you guys with me while I feed the cats. I'm going to put the video off while I do that. Just so I'm not like Come on. You hungry? Come on. Come on. Come on, guy. Come on. Come on. You hungry? You hungry? Come on. Come on. Yeah, I came into this space trying to be fun and cool. Yeah, silver is great, and I think silver is going to be the gold. Like, it's like so underrated. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on, guy. Come on. He's got a bad back too. He got bit by some kind of animal like a couple of years ago. Come on. Come on. You hungry? Come on. Yeah, and it's also conductive. It's also used in things, but yeah, I wish I could. I think the best thing that I can do is just save up change. So that's what I've done. I got like a billion pennies and dimes, nickels. Come on, you hungry? So let me turn my video off for a few minutes. Come on. Come on. You hungry? So Ninja cats. Yeah, I would love to invest in silver. I think that's the best bet that anybody has to get ahead, because that's the one that gets used up. You got about the same supply. You still have the same amount of supply of gold and silver, but one gets used up and never recovered, while the other one does get recovered. Gold gets recovered a lot of the time. Silver does not. And yeah, pennies are going to be worth something. You know, just the fact that we have all this electronics that are being put into data centers, you know, you need a lot of copper. So it's a perfect hedge against inflation. The thing about inflation, though, is inflation is a planned event. That's something that a lot of people don't understand about money, is that because of the United States dollar, the way that we globalize our use of the dollar, inflation was planned. They should have been teaching that in school. They shouldn't have been teaching in school. They shouldn't have been telling school that inflation is bad and, you know, we need to find a way to eliminate it, because that's not how the dollar works. The way it does, by getting into more people's hands, and it becomes more valuable because more people want to use it. And we basically dominated the whole globe with using the dollar. That's what they should have been teaching us in school, but instead they were teaching us that inflation's bad. Oh, the government's out. That the school that I went to, the reason why they couldn't finish the project and get the school up and running in time was because they had so many lawsuits. And that goes for a lot of these schools, is that they get sued and they end up spending a lot of their money on these legal fees. So they can't even go and build the infrastructure that they get paid to build. So the whole system is a scam from the start, the way that we're taught. Like the way that we're educated is a scam. So if we understood that the dollar is supposed to be inflated, then we would hold on to things like gold and silver, because we would understand that that's the only way to hold on to your value, is to hold on to assets. And then looking into the Bible, apparently gold and silver is the way. Like that, there's illusory money, like illusions, and then there's gold and silver, something that was made by God. Now you can try to argue that computers were made with gold and silver, so why can't Bitcoin be worth, you know, like something in the eyes of God? Well, it's because it's not actually. See, the existence of the internet, it's a different like dimension. It's like a different world. You know, it's a layer on top of the world that we have today, so it's an illusion. But yeah, like if we understood that inflation was a planned event, it's going to happen, and it's actually normal, then we would all be doing better to save. But everybody's just holding on to the fact that inflation's bad, and okay, well, that means inflation will go away one day. No, it won't. Inflation will never go away. You need to hedge your life on actual assets, things that people need, businesses, relationships, all that stuff matters. Give me one moment. I gotta go back. Hi, Fiona. Come on. Kitties. Hey. You're not supposed to eat that kid. Don't get mad at that. What you do? Give me one moment. I got two more cats to feed, and I'll be back. The fact that they don't teach us that in school is just, it's a tragedy. Seamus. There you go. The serial numbers on bills too, if you got a unique one. Dollars, paper dollars are useless. Those will be phased out before anything else. So we have the debt-based dollar, and that's an inflated value to begin with, right? And then you got paper dollars that are they're just a little bit less inflated than the internet currency or the debt-based dollar. And then you have coins. So you really want to know what's going to go 100x? Coins. Save your coins. The thing is that's physical, first of all. Second of all, you know what it is based on its face value. It's easily tested. So that's what you need to be holding on to is your coins. That's what I think is going to be the hedge against, the future of the economy. So it's even less about the precious metals. Like, what are you going to do with a gold bar? Somebody's going to have to cut into your gold bar or use a special type of device to scan it in order to actually verify that bar is legitimate. With a coin, it's a lot different. You could literally just, in these coming times when things get really bad, you can test your coin way easier than a gold bar. You can verify that that's legitimate. So the coins are what's going to be worth something because you'll be able to actually use it. So that's my opinion. Do what you will with it. It's not financial advice. But there's going to be phases until we get to the point where coins are actually worth something. So there's going to be phases of the economy. Right now, cryptocurrency is number one. That is the number one most sought for asset right now, even above everything else. At least it was for a moment. Next is prediction markets. So all the money is going to get dumped into prediction markets. The world becomes a casino. You're going to have weather weapons and everything else, man. That's next. And then after enough world war and everything happens, then you're going to see people stop using the internet. After that, people are going to say, well, we need to use these paper dollar bills. But there's not going to be a mint anymore. So there's going to be a limited supply of the paper dollar bills. The problem with that is paper dollar bills are way more vulnerable than a coin. So you can't light a coin on fire. If I took a lighter to a coin, all it's going to do is discolor it a little bit. If I took a lighter to a dollar bill, it's going to explode. It's going to put it up in flames. So the dollar bills aren't going to exist anymore, and people aren't going to want it because it's going to be worth less. You could consider it, be like, oh, well, it's going to be more rare, right? Doesn't matter if it's a rarity. People don't want it because it's more susceptible to being destroyed. It's also, it doesn't weigh as much as the coin that should be worth more anyways. The paper dollar bill is just a promissory note. If the Federal Reserve doesn't exist anymore and it's not printing anything anymore, then these reserve notes don't mean anything. They already don't mean anything because of Nixon. He like completely decoupled us from the gold standard. Like we used to have a gold standard. Our dollar was based on the actual price of gold because we had a stockpile of gold. You know, we're falling further away from using that paper dollar, and we're going to go back to using coins. Go look up the total supply of coins. Then go look up the total supply of paper dollar bills. Then look up the total supply of actual money that's in the debt system. When shit hits the fan, the debt system doesn't exist anymore because there's no records anymore. There's no more record keeping at that point. The debt, like what debt? What says that I have debt? You see what I mean? So that debt money is going to be worthless in the future. It's not going to be worth anything. They can't go back and, you know, go to a village and be like, sir, you owe $10 on this Klarna. They're not going to be able to do that. It's too many people. Apparently they got like $160 million in debt because people just did the buy now, pay later and didn't pay back. So that's the big thing going on right now with Klarna specifically. Apparently they've been like going after people hard. That's what somebody was saying on one of these videos. But yeah, so then you have the paper dollar bill. Once the debt online, once your debt becomes not existent anymore because you don't have any more record keeping because shit hit the fan, then you have paper dollar bills. There's way more paper dollar bills than there are coins. Way more. Go look it up. There's like in the billions amount of coins. Compare that to trillions of dollars that have been printed. So the coins are already more rare right off the bat. Then the coins actually have a better health, like a lifespan than the paper dollar bill. So people aren't going to want that paper that you can light it on fire and it's gone. They're going to want a coin that it could survive a house fire in a lot of cases, especially in a safe, but you know what I'm saying. So, and imagine the safe heats up, turns into a ladle. Well, now you got a big block of precious metals. So if the safe isn't fire safe and the paper dollar bills are in there, well, you've lost your paper dollar bills. So, but all this internet currency and stuff, it's switching over to prediction markets. Why trade a coin? Why go through all of the trouble of trading a coin, pressing all these buttons, paying all these fees? Why would you waste your time with that when you can just predict where the price will go? You can predict, like a gladiator arena, looking down at the arena, you can predict the movements. That's what people are going into. Kalshi, things like that, weather prediction. That's why I think weather weapons at some point are coming out. Anyways, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for joining. Find me on Pump Fun at Godfinger, as usual.